Happy sunrise. If this is your first time viewing, welcome. My name is Magoon, also B, and today I am doing your spiritual progress report. And today we're going to focus on the life's journey, your life's journey, what we should know, what we should be aware of, because there's a lot of things that happen in the course of a lifetime. And sometimes we need to understand what is happening in our current season, where we've come from, where we're headed to, just to get that guidance. And so that's what we'll be talking about today. I've already cleared the space. I'm being led to use another deck. So we're going to start with this deck. And I'm being told at this time, if you came for solutions, this is not the reading for that. This is just a reading to share how you have fared so far. So there's not going to be any solutions given today. I normally don't do this, but whenever I shuffle with my eyes closed, there's this energy presence that I feel. And I'm going to place this one a little bit further up because with this one, I'm feeling like this, like it's like a spring of water, spring of fresh water, like moving water. It's not sitting. And I did see like a water-esque color, like a light teal, light blue to teal. So, and that card is still facing down, which I think is interesting because the two cards that did come out are gold. And the first one that came out is amber, and it says, "Give it to God." So, whatever's happening in your life right now, I feel I just heard the word transition. There's this transition period that's happening. Well, technically, I guess this is a solution, right? But what I'm being told is that you will not solve this problem. It's like you have to give this, or give whatever it is, whatever is happening during your transition, give it to God, so that you can get guidance on how to move forward. It says, take a deep breath, and on the exhale, release the situation to God for healing and answers. And that's because in our journey, we often try to figure out things ourselves, right? And the whole purpose of our life is to get divine instruction, because divine instructions let us know what we need to do, how we need to do it, even point out the people that we truly and really need to connect with. How many times that we have those? Oh my gosh, I went to the bar, I got so drunk, and I went home with somebody that I shouldn't, or I met this person, and that was like the worst time of my life. And that's because we did those things off of our own, on our own account. And now Spirit is saying, do things on my account, put it on my charge card, right? um, but that requires you to listen to Spirit, requires you to go within and center yourself. It requires you to block out the excess noise so that you can hear the divine calling, or well, that's how it came out, was divine calling, the divine message for you. The next card that came out again is another gold card, is the ruby card, and it says bless your heart. Reach out for emotional and spiritual support to heal and mend your heart. So for a lot of you, you have gone through so many things that now it's time for you to start healing yourself. Because another thing on this journey, in our life's journey, is we tend to pack on and weight ourselves with the problems that we've carried, and we have to release that. A lot of people don't know how to release it, which is why on this platform and many others, you will hear me say, go into therapy, because those people are trained to help you unload and unpack. And whenever you start to pack and pack and pack and pack, you carry this sometimes physically, right? They come in the form of ailments, and then other times it's just the way that you're thinking. You subconsciously do things, and you don't realize that you're doing them, but everybody else around you does. They see that you have this habit that you never had before, and that you're now weighing that. And so get the amber and get the ruby crystal, or start weighing those things to kind of draw in this energy, this bless your heart energy, and to give it to God energy. Um, and what I and there's two things that I see here. With both cards, it's like you're giving. This one is the hold on, yeah, this one is to give it to God, and this one's to bless your heart. But in both stances, you as you can see, when you do that, your third eye awakens. You receive this crown. Um, it's a crown of blessings. And even with the give it to God card, excuse me, the amber card, it shows a rainbow. And if you know anything about the story of Noah and the ark, God placed a rainbow to show his promise to Noah that I would never destroy the people again with water. What I'm getting out of this is that it's a promise to God, from God to you. There we go. Stating that when you give it to me, all will be well, right? You have to know that I'm making this promise to you. And this last card that I had down, also a gold card, it's the diamond card. It says, value your self worth. You are God's precious gem. You are God's precious gem. So a lot of times when in our life's journey, we go through so much that we start to believe the things that people say about us. We start to have self-doubt. We start to, I would even say, chastise or punish ourselves even more than what God does. And God is at this time stating that this is the time to start loving yourself. It's not the time to start beating yourself up. I don't care what you went through in the past. I don't care what happened in the past. Let those things go. Love on yourself more and see where this card just fell out the deck. Ten of Wands. Lay down your burdens. When you lay down your burdens, you can value yourself, right? And in spirit is saying, give it all to me. This was the card, the first card, give it to God. And it's saying, like, once you give it to God, you will start to see the blessings that you need to, so that you can start valuing yourself. I'm trying to think of a show that kind of depicts what I'm saying. Right now, I'm thinking about Top Model, America's Next Top Model. Maybe because I was watching. Oh gosh, I forgot the name of the show there, but it's the designing show, Project Runway. There we go. I was watching Project Runway, so that may be why it was fresh in my mind. But most of the times, whenever you would see the models walking for the first time, they had a lot of self doubt. They thought they came with confidence. And then you realize that no, there was a little girl trapped inside that beat herself up. There was a little girl inside that had insecurities, and Tyra Banks would pull that out of them so that they could become that powerful person that they believe themselves to be. And so now Spirit is saying when you value yourself and you start to let go of some things, you start to see the person that you believe yourself to be in your mind, you start to see that person. That person starts to manifest and come forth because you now have no weights holding you back. The next card is the Hermit. See, I have mixed feelings about the Hermit card, right? Because the Hermit, as you can see, he looks homely, as we would say where I'm from. He looks like a vagabond, but he is a very wise person. He's been cloaked. This is someone who's been hiding. There was a part and portion of my journey in my life where I grew my beard out. I grew my facial hair out, and I just didn't care. Like I just my hair needed to be retwisted, everything, and I just was like, okay, it is what it is. And then one day I remember sitting at a restaurant with some friends, and I was just like, when did I get here? How did I get here? And I was like, I have to change something because this is not me. Like I like to keep myself put well was it well put together. There we go. And but I was getting in all of these downloads from Spirit, and it's like I also realized that I was separating myself from a lot of people, and so but I was depressed, so I know it wasn't something, as we say, ordained by Spirit, but something that I was. It was a self inflicted wound, and so I feel like this is what's been happening to a lot of other people. Is this you've been in this energy like I have to separate myself, but in the separation, you are receiving knowledge that you would never have before. Maybe you're in the middle of this era now, and this video comes across. This is the knowledge you need to help you now come out of that energy and get into a new space. Yeah, because we have the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles um, is coming to you. This is that hopes and dreams, the money, the resources, the connections, everything that you need is coming towards you. So you put down the 10 of wands, and you're picking up the 10 of pentacles. And it's important because we know that in tarot, 10 is the end of one chapter, the beginning of the next. And I said new because I was thinking of the Ace of Pentacles. It's going to come afterwards. So you're going to receive all of these things, but you're basically receiving new pentacles and new resources, new people, new money. I'm hearing new jobs, new opportunities, even new schools for some of you, right? So you're going to get into this energy of newness or renewedness, is what I'm hearing. And once you get into this energy of renewedness, you're going to start to see how all of these things are working out for your life's purpose, your life's journey. You're going to start to see connections that you never made before being made. Six of Wands is here, right? The Six of Wands. I'm going to get a little bit more clarity on that. I'm going to get a little bit more clarity on this. Spirit, what do you want us to know about? How to make sure I have this deck right side up. What do you want us to know about the Six of Wands? Two cards, three cards fell. Oh no, it's a hold on. Okay, Spirit. I did see the Queen of Cups, and I did see the Four of Swords here. Um, Four of Swords is that protected energy. You don't have to worry about not protecting your heart. Okay, so now it's gonna. So with this Four of Wands here, so the Six of Wands is that energy of everybody's looking at you. It's like, oh wow, like you're the star, right? Because you've done this healing. That's why I wanted to know what else, what else. I wanted a little bit more clarification because you have this. You lay down your burdens. You're getting you separated yourself. You got all of these things coming towards you, and then we have the Six of Wands. And I know it really normally paints a picture of obviously that's what's going to happen next, but I want to know a little, get a little bit more detail. And the only thing that's coming out is that you have healed yourself. You are going from this. I need to be protected to now you're going to start taking risk is what I'm hearing. So now that you're taking the risk, people are going to start noticing you more because it's when you take these risks that your true self, your true value starts to come out. Your true purpose. Like, say that you are an artist and you've only been sketching and you decide, hey, I'm going to use broken glass and wood to create something. And you do that. And people say, oh, that's not normally your art form, but I love it. And people start to buy your pieces. People start to promote you and like, look at this beautiful art. It's things like that. Yep. Death card is here. So don't be surprised if you start to do things differently, right? And with the death card here, if you see right here, there's the sun. When it's like the sun is rising, it's coming up. So it's like you have to put to death something in order for the newness to come. And that's what the death card is to see with new perspective. I'm seeing the Dia de los Muertos, so maybe somebody's here is from. Um, I'm hearing Mexican root background that's watching. I'm hearing and kind of seeing that there's something that you're supposed to do on that day. Honor your ancestors. Quit playing. Honor your ancestors, but do something that you're inspired to do. There's this gift that you have, whether it's to write a song, whether it's floral arrangement. Use your gifts to honor your ancestors and watch what happens. Watch how you begin to blow up just from this artistry. I went to a hoodoo festival once, just I've never been, so I wanted to know more about it. And there was this photographer there, and there was a young lady, Hispanic background, a Latin background, and she made this beautiful background out of dried and dead flowers, but it was so beautiful. And I should have taken a picture but I always remember it. But this is what it's given me. It's like when you make something so beautiful, so creative like that, your ancestors will honor it. We have the Nine of Cups coming next and Seven of Pentacles. Now, the Seven of Pentacles, I call my lucky card too. I'm not going to hold you. Um, and the Nine of Pentacles is also the lucky card, so that's why I'm like laughing. I'm like, wow, so you got two lucky cards. With the Seven of Pentacles, it's you have all the resources within reach, you just have to use it. And the Nine of Pentacles is that card that is it's usually depicted about like a treasure chest, like it's like everything is in your treasure chest, everything you wanted, everything you needed is right there. So spirit is saying it's here, it's within, it's your gifts. Let your gifts create these new opportunities for you. Watch how your journey begins to unfold once you release the past and embrace what you've already had. And there's a newness in what you've already had too. So watch how that newness inspires you in different ways. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Swords. Protect your thought, protect your thinking space is what I'm getting, because there will be people that try to deter you from your normalcy. If they don't see the vision, they will try to give you their vision. And that is not how it works. So thank you for tuning in today. I hope you enjoy this reading. Please like, share, subscribe. Please share it with someone that you know. And again, my name is Magoon. And you can also find me on Instagram if you're not following me already at Healing Room Tarot. Have a nice evening and have a good day.